When you want only the best for your pet, check out AbbybellPetDesigns.com. We offer quality products such as floppy beds, crate pads, round pet beds, pillow slip covers, belly bands, and more. All products come in a variety of colors and sizes, guaranteed to satisfy your pet's particular style. Your pet deserves to be pampered, so shop at AbbybellPetDesigns.com. If you don't see the item you want listed in our shop, just drop us a line and we'll be glad to make the product of your pet's dreams. AbbybellPetDesigns.com. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Hey, Don, Monica, good morning. Notifications are back. Woohoo! Good. Finally, right? Hey, Penny Arcade, how is everybody? Marianne, good to see you. Did everybody get notifications? Lady Catherine, Amanda, Barbara, Alan, hello, hello. Good morning. Thank you, Don. I'm glad you enjoyed the show with Bill. Hey, Rick, good to see you. USA, Red, how are you? Dawn, good morning. Yay, you got notified. Yay. Hey, Cully, good to see you. As you're coming in, I just want to remind you that my ears are not like yours. Available at Amazon.com. Coming up is Easter. This would be great for an Easter basket for a child just because you love them. Give them a word of encouragement and hope. And this book aims to do that. So at Amazon.com, my ears are not like yours. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Robin, good morning. Okay, and as you're coming in and inviting people, I'm going to read Psalm 113 to you. Hey, Brandon. Praise, O servants of the Lord, praise the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name of the Lord from this time forth and forevermore. From the rising of the sun to its going down, the Lord's name is to be praised. The Lord is high above all nations, his glory above the heavens. Who is like the Lord our God, who dwells on high, who humbles himself to behold the things that are in the heavens and in the earth? He raises the poor out of the dust and lifts the needy out of the ash heap, that he may seat him with the princes of his people. He grants the barren woman a home like a joyful mother of children. Praise the Lord. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Rhonda. David, good to see you. Mark, good to see you. Rick, over there on Facebook. And now back over on YouTube. Oh, you're on all three platforms. Hey, cool. Neat little app I found thanks to you called Periscope. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Just, how are you? Just Warday. Hey, Marine Hero, good morning. We always like Marine heroes in our scopes. If Trump votes the spending bill in without $20 billion for the wall, I will not vote for him in November. Red said, hi, your hair has grown 6 inches since I started following you. And I've had it cut since then, Rhonda, but I haven't had it cut lately. So it needs something. It really does. But yes, it just keeps growing. And I used to curl it, remember? How does everybody feel about the spending bill? Play Bay. Hey, Play Bay 3. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for retweeting and inviting people in, everybody. I think some people still aren't getting the notifications, but hopefully they'll be in shortly. Don't like it? Yeah. I wrote an article at SusanKnowles.com questioning who would you vote for. Exactly, Amanda. Hey, Maddie. Don't like it, Alan says. Spinning bill, Cully says. Hate it. Do you know much about the Been Busy highlights, please? What? Do not know much about it. Oh, I got it. Not cutting enough. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I wrote an article about it, and it was also in other places. I don't see how this in any way, shape, or form benefits the GOP, except for one thing, and that is to give money to the Pentagon for the military. That's about it. Don't like, but will still vote for my president, Amanda said. And you know, this isn't something that Trump is doing. This is Congress who is doing this. I mean, basically, everything needs, people blame thank you for Alan said it's a good article. Thank you, Alan. Everybody seems to want to blame everything on President Trump. This is Congress doing this, not President Trump. Congress is excited about their $1.3 trillion spending bill. They are excited about the fact that the bill doesn't, give you anything. Yeah, the rhinos doesn't give you anything on DACA. Trump had called for a 1.6 billion for his 74 miles of border wall, with an extra 1.1 billion for technology. Instead, he gets 1.57 billion for barriers along the border. We need the funds for the military tribunals coming up. Probably Marine Hero. I don't know how many will be, military tribunals. It just depends on who we're talking about. But also that money is going to be used to I don't know what's the word. Repair damaged walls in San Diego. Yes, they say he's a dictator, yet they do this and blame him. I know, exactly. That's correct, Barbara. He needs to stand up to Congress and tell them he's not going to sign, no wall, no signature. Hey, Teresa, Penny Arcade, basically, there was one thing that Schumer wanted, and Schumer wanted this underground railway under the Hudson River. And mass transit, of course, because that's what the Democrats always want for us, mass transit. And Trump said, I'm not going to sign it if you do that. So they didn't sign it, but then Schumer's office, an aide there, says, well, we're likely to get, half of the $900 million that we want anyway from some other sources. So, and that's what I say in my article. It's bad for the GOP when Schumer isn't upset about it. Now, $80 billion for the Pentagon, giving Trump and GOP a major victory as it brings the military budget to over $700 billion. They're looking also for the Fix Nix bill, which would, do better at getting the information into the database in regards to guns, so we can have more control over who has guns. And also they would likely to go after those cities and states that don't go along with it. Ryan and McConnell has to, yeah, I know, Amanda, that it's just, Ryan, I read that Ryan kind of like ran over to the White House because he was afraid that President Trump wasn't going to sign it. And so he ran over there to make sure, oh, you're still with us, right? You're still with us. There's also supposedly $2 billion that would be used to train school officials and law enforcement officers. And what it said was on how to identify signs of potential violence and intervene early. It didn't say anything. It also said about installing metal detectors and take other steps to harden schools to prevent violence. Didn't say anything about teachers being armed or trained. Doesn't really tell you much about anything. No conservative voices on the Capitol against spending bill. There are, yeah, really. Everybody's just kind of letting it go. I think they're worried that they're going to shut down the government. They will be blamed for it. I will stand behind my president, only way to save this country, Amanda said. The plan also removes the earmarked thing for Schumer is gone. But other than that, there's nothing really for the GOP. So you got money for the military, which we desperately needed. That's great. You got a little bit of money to repair some walls. But, I mean, the walls that they're repairing, they're crumbling down. They're no good anyway. Hey, Lee, how you doing? I will vote against Dems every time. Yes, Rhonda. Me too. So, I mean, it's just a ridiculous... Hey, Veritas. Chuck, how are you? We got something. We got screwed. There you go, Marianne. We got screwed. Congress can't even read the whole thing next to go back to general order. Need to go back to the general order. The thing of it is, it's 2,232 pages long. I mean, really, you've just done Obamacare once again. And by the way, there's nothing in the bill about Obamacare. Nothing about getting rid of it. But Robin said it's bad, but it will be worse if Trump signs this bill. And Trump's probably going to sign it, Robin, you know. Good morning, Susan and everybody. Hey, Candace, how are you? I mean, it's really sad that, you know, we have the majority and we can't get something. He's not signed it yet, you know, Trump. Yeah. He may say forget it. I hope he does. I mean, yeah, why would he? To keep the government open, to get what he wants from the military. Hey, Marlene, California doesn't deserve money until they obey federal laws, raise sanctuary cities, Rhonda said. Hey, Boogie Bumper, how are you? It's bad, but yeah, it is bad. It's a bad bill. It just sucks in every way. It's the beginning of his dealing. Hopefully, Barbara. Hopefully. We don't have too much time. I mean, yesterday we had 52 hours left, so we got a couple of days, and that's it. And so, I don't know where it's going to go. Well, we call again. I do know that President Trump has already said he really doesn't like it. He's saying, nothing was done about DACA and no money for the wall. So, I mean, it's true. And again, when you have Schumer who isn't complaining, the Democrats are saying, "Oh, well, we got what we wanted for the middle class." You know that it's a bad bill. Amanda said, "Shut the government down," and then Rhonda said, "Then can we bombard the White House with phone calls?" Yes, we can. And maybe you should bombard your congressperson with it as well. But I just don't know what's going to happen. Shut it down, put it back on Congress, all parties. Penny Arcade said, "Yeah, I mean, the thing of it is with the wall, I have a feeling that the Republicans right now don't want to touch anything concerning the wall." He said all along, no wall, no deal. He can, yes, I agree, shut it down, Alan said. That's what we need to do is call, Amanda said. My congressperson is McCain. Save your dime then, Rhonda. It's okay, Alan. I knew what you meant. Hey, Monica. It funds Planned Parenthood. Yep. What do these people actually do on the Hill? Seriously worthless. Pink, they don't do that much. They really don't. They really don't. Hey, Spencer. But yeah, I mean, we should be calling. We should be saying, look, we don't approve this bill. It's ridiculous. And as far as DACA is concerned, they want to use, the Democrats want to use DACA in the 2018 and the 2020 elections. Hey, Chicago Pubs. And so they don't want to talk about it right now. If we shut the government down, who does it really affect? Some of the people with essential jobs, Candace, that's about it. Hey, Ellen, good to see you. David. Everybody else, how are you over there on Facebook? Our active military. Yeah, it does affect the military somewhat, but I think the military is going to get paid. Typically, the military is out of it, and they're not part of any shutdown. Is there DACA money in the bill? I don't know if there's DACA money, but nothing about DACA is being talked about. I don't know about that, Candace. I mean, the military, they were talking about that before, and the military, they exempted the military. You can't have some essential things like that. We have to have the military. They have to get paid. No, incorrect. I'm the wife of a sailor. Well, yeah, well, last time they were talking about it, that they would be exempted, so I don't know. I mean, I'll take your word for it, but I have no idea. Drives me mad, just sort it out, Lee said. I know. The mother of an airman. Yeah. I mean, we still need the military no matter what. And they'll be working whether they're paid or not. So, and I think, whenever the government shuts down, they shut down for what? A day? 2 days? I don't even know if it's ever gone longer than that. And the people eventually do get paid, and they get their back pay for that. They still work because they're under contract. Well, they have to work. The military has to work. And everybody else under contract has to work as well. I mean, there's a lot of times when, a lot of different things, people are under contract, they don't get paid right away. And it's sad, but yeah, they do get paid, but late, yeah. But, I mean, what are you going to do? Shut this S-hole down, Pink said. I would rather see some services shut down. So who pays their bills? Bills don't stop. That's true. But Candace, a lot of times, I don't know. It seems like to me in the past there's been some talk about that. And there's always arrangements where people say, okay, we're not going to go after the military or whatever. I mean, I can't imagine if people started going after the military for bills that were past due. If that would sit well with the American public. I'm not saying it's a good position to be in, But again, as I said, I don't recall the government ever being shut down longer than about 2 days. No, I do. I know, Candace, they will. But I'm just saying, if a lot of people, if it happens to a lot of people across the board, I don't think that's gonna. I think people are gonna step in and stop that. Yeah, shut off the welfare. Well, that won't happen. I don't think, Rhonda. I mean, it's a bad position. We know that. But what are you going to do? What's the alternative? Sign a bill like this with $1.3 trillion in spending? I mean, what happened to the GOP being those people that don't like spending? What happened to us? I don't know. It's ridiculous. Hey, Daniel, good to see you. Hope you're not in another boring company meeting. ah. Hubby is retired Navy, yeah. That's okay. Once in the military, always in the military, really. Like once a Marine, always a Marine. Once in the Navy. My brothers were in the Navy too. Both retired from the Navy as well. It is very stressful. Yes. Very stressful not to get paid when you have bills piling up. Playing the spending game is bad strategy for the GOP because Dems will always spend more. Exactly, Boogie. And we're supposed to be the people who don't spend. And again, we're still funding Planned Parenthood. This is why Dems win all the time. GOP falls on their own swords repeatedly. That's because, Pink, they don't want to be the bad guy. Marines are the worst. Bought that. I don't know what that means, Barbara. Barbara, are you talking into the mic or are you typing with a bowling ball today? I don't know. The Marines are the worst about that. What do you mean worst about what? Remember that teacher? Remember the teacher who basically said chastise a student for wearing a United States Marine Corps t-shirt? Yeah. Oh, once a Marine, always a Marine. Okay, gotcha. That's what she was talking about. I'm glad you could interpret that, Candace, because I had no idea what she was talking about. Fat fingers, once a Marine, always a Marine. Yes. Yes, that teacher got fired. The teacher basically was placed on administrative leave twice before, allegedly in 2012 for hitting a student and 2010 for threatening a student. And now they asked the teacher to resign. The teacher wouldn't resign, so the teacher was fired. So, adios, teacher. I mean, I can't believe you call the military the lowest of the low, then you must go. Isn't that what we need to say? I know, Penny Arcade, like, bye-bye. Violent, unstable liberals should be nowhere near children. She didn't need her job. It was a he. Candace, it was a guy in this case. I know, Alan. Wow, good that was a bad call by the teacher. Yes. Yeah, I think the teacher just got upset and decided this was a good way to take out his stress, I suppose. Find a child who's wearing a military t-shirt or sweatshirt and take out your frustrations on him. Sorry he didn't need to have that job. No, he didn't. And now he'll have to look for another job. I'm sure he'll probably sue the school district, would be my guess. That's what people always do. They're guilty of something, they go and they try to sue. Some other news, there's going to be tariffs announced today, supposedly, against China, worth about $30 billion or more on the theft of technology secrets. So China's not going to like that. China already said they're going to retaliate. And I saw some breaking news that the EU and about 6 other countries right now are exempt from the tariffs for now, but I don't know what other countries they are, because that was like breaking news right before we went on, so I have no idea who it is. China would be angry, but oh well. Yeah, so that means when you go to Walmart, you'll probably see less products there from China. Oh goodness. Yes, Australia is exempt. That's true. Costco is complaining already. America first. Costco, Alexis. I mean, they'd complain about anything, I think, right? America should be first, as always, in this country. We have to take care of ourselves. For 8 years, we gave our money away, and probably for longer than 8 years, actually. But under Obama, we just gave it all away and apologized for being America. Washington expecting more snow, snowflakes on their way. Yeah, I guess that nor'easter is still going through. We're expecting rain in California, and some of the burn areas up in Santa Barbara, they've evacuated those homes already. A lot of people. Hey, Danielle. My dad always said Chinese goods were rubbish, Lee said. Yeah, we were told that a long time ago, right, Lee? That they were trash and they didn't last long and all that, and we, had to buy them anyway, I guess. Yes, I heard 2 to 5 inches for California. That sounds like a lot, Danielle. I don't know if we'll get that much. I think she meant human snowflakes. Yeah, but I don't know how much is coming. Supposedly, we're going to get rain today, and it kind of moves out a little bit tomorrow. But Santa Barbara, because of those fires, they're already, I mean, any rain on there would just flood those homes and maybe make the the land slide in the area. We can't have that. China products at Walmart start out good and large and get smaller and worse by the year. Yeah, that's true, Pinky. When I was a kid back in the dark ages, we were always to, and Chicago Pup stop. That's a year's worth, 2 to 5 inches. Yeah, Alan, I don't think we're going to get 2 to 5 inches. I don't think we've ever gotten 5 inches of rain in California that I can recall. At least not one day. We're about 5 inches below what we should be getting, where we should be right now for normal rainfall. I just read where a student in California is trying to organize a walkout for abortion. I'm sure that's going to go over like a flock of lead ducks. Yeah, I'm sure that student's going to be suspended. Lee County in southwest Florida is under an extreme burn notice and is supposed to be cold tonight, 47 degrees, Rick said. No, as the storm moves south, will be less. Yeah. You get a lot of rain up in Santa Barbara, and Northern California coming down. It usually gets better around Los Angeles and on down. So we'll see what we get. We don't have irrigation and anything in our streets to take any amount of rain. I mean, there's no runoff where that water can go. So, I mean, they really believe that it doesn't rain in California. Bright and sunny here, send some rain. Yeah, California's always had some issues. I mean, it floods immediately because of that, but no drainage system. So, we'll see what happens. I guess you probably heard that Andrew McCabe had opened an investigation last year on Sessions at the request of Democrat Patrick Leahy and former Senator Al Franken, because they claimed that he lied about that whole Russian ambassador thing. You remember that when Al Franken asked him a question? It was a breaking news during his Intel committee meeting, and Sessions should have just refused to answer, but he kind of answered a hypothetical, and they tried to use that against him. Sounds like an FBI tactic. Coup on every level, Pink said. Frozen. Danielle, I don't think it's frozen for everybody. You might want to go out and come back in. Is it frozen for anybody else? It seems like everybody else. Hey, Marie, how are you? Seems like everybody else is moving along there. Yep, not frozen. Yeah, I think it's just for Danielle. Good video and audio. Good, Wayne. If California has better drainage, would the Governor Brown still be in office? Pfft. He's going to be drained in about 2 more years, and then he's not going to be allowed to be governor ever again in California. We need to go back to our war cry. Yeah. Great. I'm glad you're doing great, Marie. Yeah, I think that Jerry Brown, clear here too. Elise said, we will stand, we will fight, we will win, Barbara said. Good morning, Cajun lady. How are you? How's everybody in Texas? As my pastor used to say. Here's some good news from California. The internet gods must not like me today. Keep getting knocked off, Chicago Pop said. Either that or somebody's messing with you. Chicago Pops, we are good in Texas, Candace said. Los Alamitos, as you know, did you see the video of the Vegas shooter? No, I didn't, Marianne. You could send it to me if you'd like. You could DM me with it. That would be great. I don't know which video. In Texas, it is always sunny or hot and dusty, Barbara said. You guys have 2 more years of that mad, crazy man. Yeah, I know. Don't remind me, Danielle. It's disgusting. Ugh. Um, Los Alamitos, they said that they were going to opt out of the sanctuary city and sanctuary city policy. Now, 2 more cities are looking at doing so. Aliso Vallejo and Buena Park, both near sort of the Los Angeles area, Orange County areas, and possibly Huntington Beach are looking to do that. And I heard maybe one possibly in Southern California, maybe going to bring it to city council and ask questions on whether or not they want to do that, and that is Murrieta. That is encouraging, yes. I don't know if you remember Murrieta, but they were the ones who basically said to Obama, hell no, when they brought busloads of illegals, I guess, from Central America. More protests now in favor of following Los Alamitos. Yes, Penny Arcade. That Park City is where my family lived, Barbara said. Illinois bad too, run by Democrats. Yep. Buena Park. Yep. Yeah, Buena Park. So that's good news. Murrieta was about the only city in California that stood up to Obama and said, you're not bringing those bus loads of immigrants here to Murrieta. I was there in Murrieta when all this was going down. They're reporting on it, talking to people. I went to one of the meetings there that got pretty heated. I had some people who were there. I don't know if they were illegal immigrants or just legal immigrants or who knows, citizens, but flipping me the bird because I was filming them with their flags of protest. But it was a pretty exciting time to see a small town like that say, no, you are not going to ruin our town, because there was no way that Murrieta could have taken on that many people. Okay, Candace. That could have taken on that many people. It would have destroyed that city. They didn't have the resources or anything else. And it was great to see the buses have to turn around and leave. Arizona busloads of illegal kids were dumped in Phoenix. I'm not surprised, Pink. Not surprised. And you know what? Here's something. I don't know if you probably didn't have a chance or whatever to read my article from yesterday. Yeah, under Obama. Exactly, Pink. Hey Jules, what really got me when I was writing that article, and the article is about California, howdy, Alan said. The article is about illegal immigrants and what's really going on. What's it, Murrieta, you hear a lot about. It's Murrieta, I think. Oh, I hate to spell it when yeah. Or just one T. You'd think if you wanted to be here, you would at least wave an American flag. I know, you would think so. That wasn't the American flag I got waved at me, along with the finger. But what I was kind of realizing, when the other day when there was a round table, I just discovered Perry unfollowed you, but I never did. Huh. Wow, Jules. I'm glad that you found me back again. No, the autocorrect kept changing it. But what I was going to say, the other day when they were having that round table discussion, and they were wondering why in the world would anybody protect illegal immigrants, criminal illegal immigrants especially, in these sanctuary cities. And I was thinking to myself, okay, well, the obvious answer is, and which we always talk about, that the Democrats want more voters, right? That's like the easy answer. It worked, Marianne. I saw it come through. And so, but what happened for me when I was thinking about that question, I had sort of like this light bulb moment that came on. And oh no, that's so bad, Jules. I'm so sorry. No, I would tell people if I weren't going to be on or whatever. Globalists and elitists, as we all know, want the New World Order. And what that means basically is we want a borderless, no borders, no walls, open border, borderless society, right? That's the scheme of the New World Order. What better way, um, as you know, let me just back up a little bit. The court system, the Democrats have used the court system to stop President Trump and shutting down those people that might come to the country to harm us, right? And so he's keeping those people out, keeping them at bay. But when the court system has failed, because as we know, a lot of it has been lifted by the appellate court, Supreme Court, or whomever, and so the Democrats didn't get their way. But the Democrats never have just one plan to make things work. The Democrats decided we can make this happen by what we can call sanctuary cities. Because what they're doing is they're allowing people, they're encouraging people to come into this country, free flow of people into the country as though there were no borders. And then once they are here, protecting them from leaving the country and being deported from the country. That's the scheme. And by doing that, what you do is you have a culture called America that is destroyed from the inside out. And you have a global society that is cultivated in America by these Democrats. And they're not so much Democrats as they are communist, socialist, progressive, globalist, elitists that want to create that global society and that new world order one way or the other. And they're doing it by sanctuary cities. And that's why we need to immediately abolish sanctuary cities. Not only is it illegal, what they're doing, but it is to usher in the new world order any way that they can. Global citizens. That's right. Spencer said the media always shows the women and children. They never show or mention the fact that 80% of the immigrants are military-age males. That's right, Spencer. We saw that when they tried to bring those people over. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely scary. Thank you. Wayne's waving a flag for me. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. My dog is wanting to come up. I'm going to preach it this morning. I'm telling you. Because it's ridiculous. A certain Russian once pounded a shoe and said we would destroy ourselves from the inside out. You know, Barbara, it's absolutely true. Here is Abby from the Abby Bell Pet Designs, guys. This is the inspiration. She needs attention this morning. But, you know, when you... Thank you. She's a cutie. You're a cutie. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. But when you think about it, when you think about how dangerous it is, thank you guys. Abby says hi. Abby loves everybody. When you think about what is being done to the American public right underneath their noses, thank you, Daniel. It is frightening, and it's also infuriating. We do love our fur babies, Maureen. Yes, we do. Thank you, Robin. Robin says she's so cute. She's a little attention hound. She needs attention today. Today and every day. She's so funny. So, you know, when you think about it, again, I say, and I said this the other day, and somebody didn't like me saying this, it's President Trump. Thank you, Lee. It's President Trump who's standing in the way of this new world order coming rushing in even faster. Because as we all know, the goal was to get Hillary Clinton in so that she could usher in the globalism and the new world order like that. And if you look at some of the things that she said she was going to do, we would be totally in a socialist country right now. And President Trump, being a populist, is the only thing right now, and God, always, standing in the way of that occurring. It is true. I mean, and we'd have to do everything in our ability that's possible to get Donald Trump reelected. Yes, Hillary would have destroyed us. Oh, you bet. Kids in school should take a field trip to Venezuela. Yeah. Praise God, he saw it coming and wanted a better America. Now Obama trying to run the UN. Of course, Pink, let me just tell you something. I told everybody, and you can go back and watch any of my periscopes and probably my articles. I warned people that that eventually that Obama was going to go over and head the UN. I still believe that's exactly where he's going to go. And he's probably trying to do that even now. And I knew that long before he was no longer president. That guy was the deep state the moment he got into political office, because all of the people that he knew, the communists, the socialists, people that were his mentors, he was bred, born, and raised for this type of position. We need to shut the UN down. Yes, we do. Totally agree. He wants to control the UN. Yes. Because controlling the UN controls the world, essentially. Manchurian candidate. Yep. Yep. Exactly. And that's exactly who he is. And he, somebody like that just doesn't stop because they are out of one office. They continue to try to find power and authority no matter where. And you still got people that are backing him. That was the change he was promoting. Yes, it was, Teresa. I thought the same thing. I'm sure he isn't already in there. Yeah, you're surprised he isn't already in there. Yes, Don, I know. Global governor of the world, Barack Obama. Yep. Yeah, he exactly. He was raised for that day. Charismatic, that's how he will sneak in. Yep. Trump attorney John Dowd just resigned. Good. He needs to, because Marianne, he's the one that came out and started talking about, Mueller again, and got that whole thing going about, Trump's going to fire Mueller. He shouldn't have said anything. It was ridiculous. It was a stupid move, and he should go. Obama was the worst president in history. I believe that, Danielle. I used to think it was Jimmy Carter until Obama came along. And he made Jimmy Carter look like a schoolgirl or boy. Robin said he's just plain evil and talking about Obama. Yep. I believe that. He was liberal, I believe, an attorney. Yeah, I think he really tried to start stuff. Everybody's agreeing with you, Robin, on that he's just plain evil about Obama. Yeah, I think the Trump attorney, John Dowd, honestly, that was a stupid move that any attorney would have known it was a stupid move. And I mean, honestly, it seemed to be geared to get President Trump in trouble. And I know President Trump was looking for the other attorney that has come on board, and it needed to happen. And probably one comes on board, he gets rid of the other one. My wish on Perry is other scopers would see who is on before they are rude and start scopes. Well, I don't think they really care all that much, Barbara, but I guess people who want to stay will stay, and people who want to go will go. Just a school person now, Susan. Who is that, Wayne? Some news just came on. Yeah, Danielle, that the attorney John Dowd resigned. Which he needed to do. If you could, everybody, no boy or girl. Oh, I got you, Wayne. Just a school person. And I'm not even sure you're allowed to say person anymore. So just a school number. How's that, maybe? If you could retweet this and share, I would appreciate it. We're way past the half hour. Thank you for inviting followers. I appreciate it. The Austin bomber, they're saying this morning, basically had a list of names that he was going to go after. And they were talking about that yesterday. Now, I don't know why he was going after particular people. And they're not saying exactly what his motivation was for everything. So, sounds like he had a lot of difficulties. His mother said she had no idea he was living in such darkness. I mean, I don't know how you can ignore things like that. I mean, he either was really good or didn't come around a lot, because, I mean, it sounds like that he was very disturbed. And I guess, does everybody know, was he unemployed? Because that's what I thought, he was unemployed. Mental health must be generational. Well, Barbara, it's true. And the thing of it is, sometimes that's true, Barbara, I should say. We should really be spending a lot of time and effort and funds towards mental health and getting people the help that they need. But, a lot of times with, in families like that, you can't force an adult to do something that they don't want to do. unless you have them involuntarily committed. So let's put it that way. So even if you know somebody in your family may be mentally ill, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do with people who are, let's say, have a bipolar diagnosis and they go off their medications? You can't force somebody to take medications unless they voluntarily commit themselves or they're involuntarily committed. And a lot of times people won't come around their families because of the fact that they don't want to be bothered. Hey, Catherine, they don't want to be bothered by people telling them what to do and forcing them, trying to force, onto them what they don't want to do. They get manic and end up in the hospital, Marlene said. Yes, I mean, bipolar is a very difficult disorder for people to handle. A lot of times people, they know they need medication. Yes, Danielle, I've said that twice. They know they need medication and they start taking it and then they start feeling better and then they stop taking the medication because they feel so good and then they go right back into the behaviors that you see that get them in trouble sometimes. In the state of Georgia, all you have to do is have 2 people in the family to have them committed, Dawn said. Rand Paul just posted himself holding the bill, said they gave them just a few hours to read before voting. He said Congress is broken. I know Rand Paul and Thomas Massey plan to vote against the bill, Robin said. Yeah, I mean, love Rand Paul or hate him, at least he tells the truth. Synthetic marijuana is worse than many people think for causing people to do crazy things. Synthetic anything is probably not good, Teresa. Thank you, Lord. My husband, something, I can't remember. That went so fast, Marlene. I'm sorry. Catherine, are you saying he's holding the bull, or are you just saying bull? What are you saying bull about? And so Don was saying in Georgia, you just need 2 people to have a family member committed. You know what? That sounds easy enough, but I'm telling you, sometimes families don't want to be involved and they won't do it. Even trying to get 2 people together is going to be difficult. It's sad, but it's true. It's hard in Texas, Barbara said. Yeah. And really you want it to be kind of difficult because you don't want people going around having people committed that they don't like or that they're going to, speak out against. I mean, look at all of these people now, these actors. I don't know if any of allegations are true or not. But it's almost like every single day we hear about somebody doing something crazy. It's scary. Even churches can't cope, Marlene said. Every day somebody's being accused of something they did 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And I don't know if it's true or not. Got to go before a judge, though, to do it, Dawn said. Yes. We don't need smoke alarms. That's what fire departments are for, Cully said. Yeah, I mean, it's a very difficult situation trying to, go about having somebody committed or wanting to do something like that. How many people does it take in Texas? I think I may be in trouble. How many people does it take in Texas? I may be in trouble. Oh, Wayne, it took me twice to read that to understand what you said. You're not in trouble. I think you're probably fine. In Texas, Barbara said it was very difficult. Just don't tick your wife off. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So, now there are a group of GOP senators who are basically saying that it's time that we do the nuclear option. I think it's wrong to go back 10 to 20 years. Molly said, Molly, I do too. Especially, things that you can't prove. I mean, I can understand. Let me just say this. If somebody were raped or something like that, I could totally understand you going back 10 to 20 years, especially if it's taken you that long to kind of get yourself to the point where you can talk about it, deal with it, and things of that nature. But something of, he grabbed my butt on the set of whatever show, I think is ridiculous. Mental illness runs in my family. I'm grateful. I have God. Yes, Daniel. I mean, harassment. Yes, Molly, exactly. Hey, Patrick, when you're talking about something like some type of harassment, again, pinching somebody on the behind or whatever, 10 to 20 years, I think just move on. If there's real proof, but come on, he touched me at the copier. Exactly. Hey, Jerry. And that's just it. Having something like that. But again, I can see somebody that was raped, sexually assaulted. I totally understand that. And I think that should be if you're just now being able to deal with it and come out now and can talk about it, absolutely you should bring it up. I don't care if it's been 100 years. Are we talking about Joe Biden? Slap his face or knee him and move on, Barbara said. That also silly. I agree with you also, Susan. Thanks, Dawn. Yeah, Joe Biden. What's up with Joe Biden? If it were Trump in school, I'd take him behind the schoolhouse and beat him up or whatever. My gosh, let me just say something, and you know this. If somebody in the Republican had said that, this would be all over the news, and they would be asked to resign. They would be asked to, be put on house arrest or anything else. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Jerry said he's a nut job. Trump had a good Twitter comeback. I know, Marianne. He is creepy, Dawn. Somebody at least said he's crazy. It's just crazy. It is craziness to come out and talk about the president like that. I mean, Joe Biden, he carried Obama's water. He sucked up to Obama. He turned his back on everybody. I was so sick of the Democrat BS. Amanda said, yes. What's up with his wife putting up with him? Maybe money, Catherine? I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. Maybe she's just like him. Too touchy-feely for me. I know. Keep your children away from him. I could take on Joe and win, Jerry said. Plugs is a pervert. Cully said his son got a ton of money from China. Yeah, in the tune of like 1.5 billion, I think it was, Marianne. Crazy Uncle Joe. They're filthy rich. That's right. And he wants to he may try to run again. Robin said Biden is a complete pervert and is a crazy pervert and a complete moron. Spencer said all hands, Biden is a creepster. Ugh. I've never seen anything like this. Ex-presidents just retire. I know, Lee. Normally they do. But when you think you're the emperor of the world, you don't retire. You don't go away. The deep state lives on. I mean, look at that. We say that and we just kind of give it, short shift. But the deep state did everything they could possibly do to get Hillary to win, to get Hillary in office. Why? Because it appears as though every single one of them were set to be in a position, had been promised a position, and were setting up for the next phase of their lives. McCabe thought he was going to be a director of the FBI, according to reports. What's her name? Lynch, Attorney General Lynch, probably, who knows, may have been appointed to the Supreme Court. I mean, who knows what these people would have been given. Every single one of them thought that they had a position ready, willing, able, and open for them, and they were ready and willing to do anything that they had to do to get that. And I believe Mueller was he's playing his part in it right now. And investigations ought to be done about Mueller. Senior Executive Service, Jerry said. That's the deep state. The deep state is evil. Can we just say that? Today, would you have to defend yourself against lies and untruths, guilty until proven innocent? That's true, Chicago Pops. Thank you, Lord. Again, she lost. I know, Marlene. Joe can't even keep his hands off children. His unwanted touch is seen as all right by the left. There's nothing all right about it, Spencer said. Man plans, God decides come to mind. Yes. I mean, that's why I'm not saying that President Trump is holy or a saint or God, but I am saying I truly, truly believe that God put President Trump into the White House for God's purposes. And it for whatever reason God did what he did, he's holding back the deep state for now. And it would never have happened if Hillary had been in. Absolutely. We would have been in the throngs of hell right now. For sure. Yes. Cully says agree. Yep. Absolutely. And again, if the Republicans are sitting back and thinking we got this in the bag, we don't got this in the bag. I could just say we have to do everything that we can do to get President Trump reelected. We all know what's going on with these scumbags, but no one is being indicted. That's true. Marianne, yes, Trump is trying to clean up this horrible mess, Jerry said. And nobody is being indicted right now that we know of. I mean, things are happening. There is movement, but we're not seeing it fast enough. We're seeing the Democrats who can go to McCabe and say, oh, you know, I want an investigation done. Now, how that is an obstruction of justice, I don't understand. But you can go to the FBI and say, I want Jeff Sessions as a DOJ. I want him investigated. Oh, yes, sirs, we'll do that. We've been warned and we have been given a choice. If we fail, we lose. Barbara said, it's a fight, but we will win. Amanda said, we will win in the end. That's sure, for sure, Amanda. And as you know, as everybody knows, and I keep coming back to this, I mean, we are, I mean, you can't avoid looking at this. We are totally into the deep end times, deep into it. What's happening right now in the Middle East, I mean, more and more Turkey is moving into Syria, taking over parts of Syria. Syria is saying, Turkey, get out. Israel is preparing for a possible war with Russia and others, trying to keep them from attacking Syria to protect themselves. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. We must work for his election if we cost us, but we stand. Yes, now Nunez is being campaign finance money. I don't know what that means. So corrupt, taking bribe money for their families, and nothing is being done. I used to wonder about Jay. Remember, I can't remember his name now. The spokesperson, the White House press secretary for Obama. I used to wonder how the guy looked himself in a mirror. It starts now for the 2018 elections. Yes, Barbara. But how these people could go out and lie after lie after lie. News Sanhedrin invited Arabs to help build the temple. Oh my gosh, Alan. Yes, what's that with Turkey? Don't like that guy at all, Lee said. Erdogan. Yeah, Turkey is basically, it's taken over the Afrin. A-F-R-I-N, Afrin. It's a wonderful feeling to know if God started this, he will finish it. Yes, Daniel. Gosh, I couldn't stand Jay. I know, I couldn't stand him either. I just couldn't stand him. Knowing also that he had children and he could go out there and lie like he did. Yeah, Turkey had moved into Afrin. They are killing the Kurds. They cheat. We have to outnumber them. That's right, Molly. They're taking over. They want the Kurds out of Afrin. They've taken that over. They're killing the Kurds that we are backing. I mean, it's a total mess right now. And everything right now in Syria, you have the Syrians, you have Russia, Iran, Turkey, all right there, as it talks about in the Bible. Ezekiel 38:39, Isaiah 17. I don't know how you could get any closer. Patrick said, I'm lost. What does data mining have to do with Trump collusion with Russia? Mueller is investigating that now. Quit wasting my money. Patrick, the thing of it is, Rod Rosenstein keeps allowing the scope to be broadened on everything that Mueller's doing. Mueller can investigate you if he wants to, as long as Mueller gives him that ability to do it, and he probably will. Hey, Dixie Doodles. Oh, Jay Carney, that's right. Oh, that was his name. I guess I tried to block that out of my mind. But anyway, a lot is happening over there in Syria, and the Middle East is totally on fire. We're not hearing very much about it. Everyone data mines. We can do it too to promote anything. Can you imagine being on the battlefield? It's like, who the heck is the enemy? I guess they know if they shoot at you. I know, Dawn. That's about it. You know, here's the one thing that I found yesterday. Is that in doing my research, they're saying that women, millennial women especially, are leaving the GOP right now in droves. So GOP women are moving away. The GOP millennial men are moving back. So that's not good for our side. I don't know why the millennial women are leaving. I don't know if it has to do with the abortion issue. I have no idea. But it's not good for us. It said between 2002 and 2017, millennial women who identify as Democrat grew from 54% to 70%, according to a new Pew research. Conversely, 23% of millennial women now identify as Republican as compared to 36% in 2002. Kat said, I called Grassley's office and want Rosenstein's sworn and questioned. Good for you, Kat. These midterms are so important. They are brainwashed. That's right, Marlene. But, they're listening to the Democrats and they're moving away from the GOP, and we need as many on the GOP side as we can get. Too many people on the playing field, Dawn said. Absolutely, Dawn. Oh, yeah. Did you guys read? Ivanka went to a hairstylist in Iowa when she was there recently. The Democrats saw that she went there after the salon posted a picture. And they basically want the salon closed down now. Now, this is the same salon that did the hair of Obama. And, Ivanka is also a Democrat. So these people can't keep anything straight. Seems like a lot of men and women are leaving. They are all different reasons, but geez, so many. Exactly, Dawn. Yeah, well, Barbara, just because she had her hair done there. So they don't like Ivanka Trump. So now they want the shop closed down. Like I said, Obama had his hair done there. Hey, Bennett, how are you? What hypocrites? Yes, Amanda. And how crazy. I mean, no, there's no logic. It's almost like when you say liberal and logic, it's just a contradiction. It's a free country and she can get her hair done anywhere. Exactly. Just getting ridiculous. Marianne, I think it's beyond ridiculous. I think we passed the just getting ridiculous stage a long time ago. YouTube now has announced that it will be implementing restrictions on certain videos that feature firearms and accessories. So basically, they want to prohibit any video intending to sell firearms or certain firearms as accessories. Yeah, she might have gotten a Democrat discount. So YouTube is continuing to kind of go after the Second Amendment. Facebook is all of a sudden now worried about your privacy. They're so sorry. Ready to start a new country, Amanda said. Yeah, may need to do that. Let's see, Arabs to join the third tip. Wow. Hey, Alan, if you would please send that to me, if you would, in a DM. No gun videos on YouTube. Facebook was okay, according to the woman that used to work on Obama's campaign. Facebook was very much okay with giving the Obama administration, their campaign, any information whatsoever that they wanted. Thank you, Jules. Happy to see you too. Hope you come back tomorrow. We might in Revelations. Our flag is not there. Barbara said. I forgot what I was saying. Hey, Monica. Thank you. But gosh, what was I even talking about? That's the first time. Oh, Facebook. Facebook was saying that they didn't matter about giving your information away before. But once they found out, or once it was discovered that information had been used to help the Trump administration or campaign, supposedly, then all of a sudden, Facebook now is like, oh gosh, we're so sorry. Yes, I'll be more than happy to testify. We're going to work on your privacy. Forgive us. Forgive us. It's not my fault. That type of thing. So Facebook's always done it. I don't know why Facebook's worried about having done it for the Obama and Trump administrations. I mean, they weren't bothered for the Obama administrations. As the lady who used to work for Obama said, they were on, Facebook said they were on their side. It wasn't used, according to CBS, for Obama or for Trump. It was just fine until we found out about it. Yep, no, it's nothing. Something, where it says flags or descriptions of countries, we are not there. Yeah, it wasn't used for Trump. I wouldn't be surprised it wasn't used for Trump, but it was used for Obama. And so, therefore, now he's sorry. He's sorry that Facebook got caught. And yet, what do they want to do? They want to question him about Cambridge. They don't want to question him about using it for Obama. Hence the reason I have no personal details on my feed. Good point, Lee. Yes, Obama used it. Yep, Laura. And we're not talking to Facebook about Obama. I mean, maybe when he gets there, if he does go up in front of the Senate, maybe they'll talk to him. I doubt it. I doubt that Obama will even come up. He didn't need Facebook. He was at Twitter. Exactly. Yep, pretty sad. Anything that has to do with Trump, they find is bad. Anything to do with Obama, that's okay. We won't even talk about it. So anyway, you guys, until tomorrow, remember my ears are not like yours, available at Amazon.com for a child that you want to encourage and bring hope to. Thanks, Susan, for another great scope. See everybody tomorrow. Have a great day. Thank you, Chicago Pops. Thank you, Susan. Have a great day. Thank you, Marlene. If they regulate Facebook, it keeps out small players. I don't want them to regulate Facebook, Laura. I really don't. I don't have a problem. I have a problem with Facebook, allowing things not across the board. If they're going to allow it for one, allow it for everybody. That's my only thing. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Abby says she'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. God bless. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks, everybody on YouTube. See you tomorrow. God bless.